everyone, and I am so excited to be here with Bailey for this week's Sing for Alexa Saturday. Bailey is the Jenna from the National Tour of Waitress. We are so lucky and fortunate to have her with us today. So if this is your first masterclass, welcome, and we're very, very excited for you to be here. We got a lot of fun things planned. Just to kind of have a brief overview of what's going to happen, how this is going to work. The first 15 minutes, Bailey and I, we're going to introduce ourselves and answer some of your guys' questions if you have any. So start thinking of some questions now. We'll call on a couple people, and then we have three amazing performers who are going to perform for us, and Bailey and I will give them some feedback. And each performer will have 15 minutes, so that'll be an hour in total if you only have an hour to be here. If you would like to stay after that, we have a really fun musical theater Kahoot that I do each week, and the winner gets a free video chat with me. So that's something really exciting too if you want to stay afterwards, and then I'll usually answer some more questions and officially end this Zoom at the hour and a half point. So in this case, 3:30 Eastern Standard Time. Also, if you're new to Zoom and this is the first time you're using it, at the top right corner, if you're on a computer, you'll see next to where it says exit full screen, it says speaker view, or maybe it says gallery view. By clicking in between those buttons, if you hit speaker view, now you're on speaker view, then it'll show gallery view. Basically, you can go back and forth between seeing everyone in this Zoom in a big collage and only seeing the person talking at the moment. So I'll spotlight each performer so that they'll just immediately pop up big on everyone's screens. But you know, just like me talking right now, instead of like if you're just trying to find me in a bunch of little boxes, if you would just like to see the person that Zoom you know, thinks is talking right now, then you could hit speaker view and that person will just appear large on your screen. Okay, so to jump right into it, hi, I'm Alexa. I assume you probably know a little bit about me if you are on this right now, but I am a musical theater TikToker, and I post a lot of songwriting content where I sing and play the piano and try to inspire other people to sing along and make up their own lyrics. My whole kind of story. So I come from a very musical family. We're a bunch of musicians, performers. My grandparents did a ton of weddings. They did a lot of bandstand things, and then my mom was a performer as well in New York. So I kind of grew up on the bandstand along with them, and so every family get together was full of performing and just having a lot of fun with all the instruments and everything. So I grew up really loving music. It wasn't until middle school that I was in my first musical, and it was like, oh my gosh, I can combine music and theater, and then you got this whole other explosion of amazing things that happen. So then I completely fell in love with that, and I had my first voice lesson at 13, where I actually got started training, as you should, classically, and I completely fell in love with that. So then going into high school, I got into a high school of the performing arts where I got to major in acting, minor in dance and voice, and I continued taking really serious vocal lessons for my vocal training, as well as I attended a lot of pre-college programs outside of the performing arts school, like Westminster Choir College's solo program that they had there for young classical singers, and Rutgers Musical Theater Academy, Paper Mill Playhouse's Musical Theater Conservatory, their summer conservatory. I auditioned and was accepted into Juilliard's pre-college program for classical voice, where I got to go in every Saturday and study with all their teachers. So I almost felt like throughout high school I had a very conservatory style training experience. So then for college, I really wanted to dive more into performing from a perspective other than just someone standing on the stage. So I really wanted to get more into songwriting and even teaching, because I started doing teaching senior year, just beginner voice and piano, and I really loved that. And so everything that goes into writing material, how to produce it, the whole kind of business of show business. And so that's what I do now at Ithaca College, where I'm a BMO major, Bachelor of Music with an outside field in theater. I'm going into my sophomore year, and that's where I am now. So that's my whole life story, and I'm now gonna hand it over to Bailey. Oh no, are you able to? Oh, sorry. Okay, I forgot to make you the one thing I'm supposed to do, making you co-host now. Okay, now you're officially a co-host, so you can unmute and mute yourself as well.
Hey! I'm here. I was gonna say, oh my gosh, that was amazing. I feel like you like totally nailed that like whole intro. It was like so seamless. Hi guys, I am Bailey McCall. I am a musical theater performer. Most recently, I was playing Jenna in the National Tour of Waitress. My true love, and I was doing that whenever we got sent home because of COVID back in March. So I've just been like hanging out at my parents' house in Tennessee since then, waiting for like theater to resume, you know, as probably a lot of us are. But I was born and raised in Knoxville, Tennessee. I actually didn't start performing until high school. I didn't really know anything about theater, musical theater, singing even. I had taken a couple of dance classes at a local studio, and my sister basically forced me to take a chorus class my freshman year of high school. I did not want anything to do with it, and she was like, "Just try it. I think you're gonna love it." And I did, and she was right. I I took chorus my freshman year, and happened to be at a school that did a big musical theater program, and so we did Crazy for You my freshman year, and I fell in love. I like totally, yes, claps for Crazy for You. I got bit by the theater bug and just absolutely fell in love and was like, I want to move to New York. I want to be on Broadway. Like, this is what I want to do. And um, that's kind of been my journey ever since. I went to college here at the University of Tennessee for undergrad, and I actually majored in English and minored in theater. I've always been like a huge grammar, English, literature nerd, so I kind of got like both sides of theater in that aspect, like learning a lot about writing and playwriting and dissecting like Shakespeare and stuff from a literature standpoint, while also doing a lot of shows and taking acting classes. And I started taking voice lessons in college as well. But college was my first time taking any voice lessons, any acting classes, coachings, or anything. So I always say it's like never too late to start. If you think you're behind, you're not at all. Because now here I am in a national tour, and yeah, I moved to New York right after college and actually went to Cap 21, which is a musical theater conservatory um, collaborative arts project. So I did that for 2.5 years and did a showcase at the end of it, and I've just been working professionally ever since. So yeah, that's kind of my story.
That's so amazing. Oh my gosh. So now if anyone has any questions for really for Bailey, because I mean we're really lucky to have her here. I mean I guess if you have any for me too, but any questions you have, feel free to actually just give us a wave on the literal screen because I don't really know how the digital hands raised works. And then Bailey, are you able to see everyone? So you can actually, if you hover over their box, you'll be able to see the unmute button and you can unmute someone.
Oh, cool. Wow, this is fancy. Okay. Lucy, I'm gonna unmute you, I think. Let's see.
Hi.
Cool. Hi.
Hi. So what was the waitress? What were the auditions like for that?
So I had a really unique experience with Waitress. You guys, if a lot of you are like TikTokers and big social media people, you will love this. I actually got the audition on Instagram. So one of the producers knew me from a previous tour I was in. I was in the Cabaret National Tour a couple years ago, and one of the producers was following me on Instagram after seeing me in that show. And I went to go see Waitress on Broadway and posted a picture of the playbill on my story, and he messaged me and was like, "Are you auditioning? I would love to see you play Jenna." And I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know at the time the auditions were happening. I had actually booked something else that I was planning on doing that fall. And long story short, we ended up messaging back and forth, and he was like, here's our head producer, here's his email, send him a headshot and resume. I'm going to tell him to look out for you. And I went in like they had already had auditions. I went in there like week of callbacks, and I went in on Monday just for an initial appointment. I was called back on Wednesday actually for a Jenna Dawn cover, and I had a dance call. So I did like a movement call and read some Dawn material, read some Jenna material, and then I was called back in on Friday for final callbacks and was there like all day, and I did only Jenna stuff that day, and then I booked it. But it was like totally wild that I connected with this producer on Instagram. Otherwise, I wouldn't have even known about
Hmm.
the audition. It was crazy.
That's so weird.
Yeah, it was wild.
Awesome.
Other question?
Yeah, is there anyone else?
Mabel?
Hi,
Hi.
First role that got you into, like, made you think, I want to do this for the rest of my life?
The first role. Like I said, doing Crazy for You in high school was like just opened my eyes to theater. And I was just in the ensemble at that time. Like I was a little chorus girl. I learned to tap, and it was so much fun. But I did Peter Pan my junior year of high school and played Peter Pan, and that was my first like lead role, and it totally changed my life. I got to fly. Like it was incredible to lead a show and to lead a company and everything. So that was probably the first time I was like, oh yeah, I like got bit by the bug doing Crazy for You, and once I did Peter Pan, it was pretty solidified and still like one of my favorite roles I've ever done.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Anyone
Time
else?
for one more question.
Woo. I feel like I'm only seeing like one page, so let me switch over. AJ Morris?
Hi. What advice would you give to someone playing a principal role?
Oh man, gosh, I could say a million things. But I think playing a principal role, I think you have a really big responsibility, like leading a company, leading a cast. And I think it's so important to lead with, you know, kindness and grace. I think it sometimes, we hear these stories of actors who are divas or whatever. And I don't buy into any of that. I think this is such a community building environment, and it should be. And so as a principal, as a lead, I always really try to like hang out with my cast and host parties or like get-togethers and really engage with them and like sit with everyone. I just think it's so important to build that sense of community, and we're so much stronger together, so I think that's probably my top piece of advice. Great question. Yeah.
Alrighty. We are now going to get started with the masterclass portion of this masterclass. So our first amazing singer that we have here is Sierra. I'm going to go ahead and unmute you. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing pretty good. So with each singer, I'm going to ask that you guys give us a little bit of a synopsis about the piece or about the show that the piece you're performing is from, and kind of where your song or monologue fits into that. And then whenever you feel ready, you might first want to do a sound check for some of you just to make sure everything's good, and then you can feel free to begin after that.
Okay, cool. So my song title is What It Means to Be a Friend from 13 the Musical. And 13 is about this boy named Evan who's coming of age. He's going to be 13 years old, hence why the musical is called 13. And he's Jewish, so he's going to be at a bar mitzvah, and he just moved to a new school. And so this new school, he knows nobody there, and he's like, I have no friends, I need to make friends. So he tries everything in his power to fit in. And where the song comes into place is there's a character named Patrice, and Patrice is his next door neighbor, and she is like slowly falling in love with him. So she's like, I really love this guy, and she sings about him, and it's actually a really fun like little relationship that they have, and they bond over a bunch of things. But for Evan, he wants to make all these friends. So to make the friends, he stops talking to her and starts ghosting her, and like it really upsets her. So what this song is talking about is how she's really upset, and this is what a friend should actually act like, and what he's doing is not at all what a friend is. So yeah, that's basically what it is kind of about. And now I'm going to sing for you guys. So I'm gonna like play it and see if it sounds good first, and then you can let me know if it's all good.
Perfect.
Friends are the cheap little folks who joke and they a friend is a person who most of all cares about him. Nothing is hard, and being a friend is easy. A Friend sends notes back and forth all day and doesn't care if he cares. A friend knows you've got a crush on your teacher, but a friend would never tell. Means I'll say maybe the minute you both hear the bell. And if your heart is always breaking, 'cause the world is just not fair. When you're at your worst, your friend's the first one there. You're only something to lean on, and that's what it means to be a friend. A friend will smoke inches in your room while you laugh at the poems you write. A friend will go and start kissing your brother when you're outside. A friend is the person you call 16 times every night. And if your heart is always breaking, and you want to run and hide, when your hope is gone, your friend is on your side. If someone moves around the corner and you want to show him you care, so you give him all your last month of vacation and all of the time you can spare. And then on the first day of classes, he acts like you're not even there. And he doesn't know. He doesn't know. He'll never know what it means to be a friend.
Oh, amazing! Yeah, we always do like silent cheers on here just because there's no way to actually hear it. Wonderful, wonderful job, Sierra. So, for the feedback, for maybe anyone who this is the first masterclass, I'm gonna start with a little bit of feedback, mostly just like vocal things because that's what I'm mostly trained in. And then I'll let Bailey go over, have the majority of the time, whatever she'd like to work on. So, the first thing I want to ask: are you sitting down right now?
Yes.
So that was the first thing that I really noticed, especially because whenever we're singing, especially for a master class or anything, obviously it's different. Oh wait, here, let me remember to unspotlight the video. Okay, there we go. So as singers, when we sing, especially big songs like this where they requires a lot from you, being grounded is really, really important, especially just because standing up, it keeps everything very aligned. And I know that even if I was in chorus or something and we were standing for a while and they had to sit down, they told us it was so important that even if you're sitting down, like, your feet need to be on the floor, you can't slouch, everything still needs to be perfectly aligned. I would love to, if you were to perform this again, obviously I'd be standing up, just so that you could feel a little bit more grounded. And I think that just standing up will naturally also help your posture, because it felt a bit kind of like slouched at times. And I think that definitely didn't, I don't think it necessarily like totally hurt the breathing, but I think that if you just opened yourself up, you'll be able to have more connection to all of that and be able to, just have deeper breaths and really be able to engage that area a lot better with, your energy kind of up and out as opposed to kind of like forward and down.
Yeah.
And the only other thing that I was seeing a little bit of is that I think that your neck had a tendency sometimes to kind of crane outwards. I would encourage you to, in no matter what song you're singing, and I do this a lot of times too, I'll sometimes just like put my thumb kind of like touching my, I don't know, collarbone, and then my other fingers kind of just on my face so that I can feel if I'm pushing out or anything like that, just because then it's like a direct kind of connection as opposed to kind of just doing and then I don't really feel it that much. But for me, I can really feel it when I do this. Um, your tone is really, really lovely to listen to. It's so free and vibrant. You have such a beautiful sound, and everything you did was so natural. Everything I'm saying is just really kind of just to help take it to the next level. Posture really will just help align everything and really give you, I think, that energy that you could use a little bit more of for the arc and everything. But for the most part, it was really, really lovely. Great job.
Thank you.
Yeah, beautiful work. That was so amazing and such a great start to this. Thank you for sharing that. It was beautiful, and I feel like you showed so much of your heart and your personality in that, which was so exciting to watch. I'll talk a little bit more about the acting side, maybe. I do like more acting, coaching style stuff, so we'll just like tag team that way if that works. One other like kind of vocal body thing, just watch out for tongue tension too. I feel like that may also be contributing to some of the neck and the breath stuff. Because you're making your vibrato with your tongue, it looks like, just from what I can tell. And really, it should be the vocal cords kind of opening and closing. So just watch the tongue, like, sing like this and just, like, notice if you can release it. Like, it feels ridiculous, but literally, I do that all the time because my tongue and jaw want to get in my way, and we have to just remind them, like, thanks, guys, you're actually, like, in the way. I don't really need you, but I, like, appreciate you. So sing like this and just let all of that go because your voice is absolutely gorgeous, and we just want to like free it up even more if possible.
Yeah.
I thought it was so sweet. You brought so much of yourself to this, which was really exciting to watch. A couple of little things, I think. Try and keep your eyes open. I know, again, it's weird. I think with with the Zoom stuff, it's kind of like it feels more like concerty. But if we're just talking like straight up performance, instead of feeling everything, we want to make it like outward, right? So as actors, a lot of times we're like, oh, I'm feeling this song, I'm feeling this moment, and we close our eyes and it's really internal. And instead, I want it to be more active. So you're reaching out to the audience, to whoever's watching, even that if that's over Zoom. So just like having your eyes open, I think will help bring us into you and to all the amazing work that you're doing story-wise. And then, yeah, I think just maybe see if you can play the hope a little bit more. This is like one of my biggest things as a coach. Like oftentimes there are songs that are kind of sad, or it's kind of like, I'm lonely, I don't have any friends, or whatever's going on. But it's so much more interesting to watch you kind of fight for like the hope or the possibility. And you're already doing that. And like the second verse, you really lit up when it's like, a friend is X, Y, and Z. I can see you like hoping for all of those things. And so I think we can just bring that in a little bit more. And if you have moments where you get a little bit more withdrawn, maybe then bring us back to like, the hope or the possibility of like, oh, what it would be like with that amazing friend and partner. Those were kind of my like couple things, but overall, really, really great.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, Sierra, do you have any other closing questions for either me or Bailey?
No, that's pretty much it. Thank you for your feedback. I really do appreciate it.
Oh, yeah. I had one more thing, if I can.
Oh,
I'm taking notes because I can't ever remember. So if you see me writing, that's why. There was an interlude in there. I can't remember the exact moment, but it was between maybe like the first chorus and the second verse. And you kind of like took, you were kind of like processing your thoughts. I think you kind of took it down, which is okay. But it felt a little like you went here, and then for this next verse, you came alive. I would love to just see you like, whatever's going on in your head, let us just see that a little bit more. It's important for like musical interludes, intros, outros, and interludes to keep the storytelling alive. So whatever it is that you're thinking through story-wise, just like let us see you kind of experiencing that in real time. But again, tiny little thing, just wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah, awesome. Well, Sierra, please let us know, where can we hear your beautiful voice again?
I mainly post theater TikTok, so I'm mainly on TikTok, and I put my username as in there because I thought we were doing that, but my username's right here, and I mainly post like singing videos on there, and I go live a bunch, and I like to just like sing and stuff. And I do have a YouTube channel, but I barely use it, but I do post covers on there if you would like to see my YouTube channel, but it's linked in my TikTok bio.
Well, thank you so much again for being here today and sharing your talent with us.
Of course, thank you for having me.
Alrighty, so our next performer that we have is Allan, and here he is. So, okay. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm gonna do this. Gonna be okay.
You got this. You got this. So feel free to tell us a little bit about yourself, and then whenever you feel, and about the piece, and then whenever you feel ready, you can begin. If you want to do a little sound check, that'd be great too.
Okay, so hi, I'm Allan. I am going to perform to you guys the piece Everything I Know. I almost forgot it. Everything I Know from the musical In the Heights. This is kind of the musical that sparked like my obsession with musical theater because I heard, it's about Latinos. I can relate to that because I am from Brazil and I feel like we are Latino, but we kind of aren't. Anyway, um, so the story mainly takes about a span of time of 3-4 days across the community of Washington Heights in New York. And it's kind of like a history piece theater, I think, because it's in the late 2000s. And it's about this community of Latin people from a lot of different backgrounds and how they are dealing with a lot of the changes that are happening in their community. And it talks about a lot of important issues to the world. I think even this day it talks about gentrification. I do not know how to spell it correctly. It talks about identity, and the song that I'm going to sing to you guys now, it takes in a really important climax, I think, of the second act. And it talks about a lot of relationships with this kind of matriarch of the community. And yeah, I'm going to play a little bit so I know that you guys are listening. So wait. Can you guys hear? In this album, there's a picture of the ladies at Daniela's. You can tell it's from the 80s by the volume of their hair. There's Usnavi, just a baby, 87, Halloween. If it happened on this block, Abuela was there. Every afternoon I came, she'd make sure I did my homework. She could barely write her name, but even so, she would stare at the paper and tell me, bueno, let's review. Why don't you tell me everything you know? In this album, there's a picture of Abuela in Havana. She's holding a rag doll, smiling black and white. I wonder what she's thinking. Does she know that she'll be leaving for the city on a cold, dark night? And on the day they ran, did she dream of Ellen Summer? Did her mother have a man? Or did they just go? Did somebody sit her down and say, well, get ready to leave behind everything you know? Everything this folder, there's a picture from my high school graduation with the program mint condition and a star beside my name. There's a picture of my parents as I left for California. She saved everything we gave her, every little scrap of paper, and our lives are in these boxes. But the woman who held us is gone. But we grow on, we grow so tight, abuela. If you're up there, I'll make you proud of everything I know. Thank you for everything I know.
Wow. Oh my gosh. I'm speechless. That was so beautifully done. That was really, really so incredibly well done. I really don't have too many notes to give that. The one thing that I did notice is, um, do you work a lot or at all, or even are you aware of any shoulder tension that you might have as you perform?
Probably. I don't know. I'm not really aware of that. I kind of like try to get into the feeling, but I probably have. I never really noticed.
Some people have this habit that they do where so we have where our shoulders are, and then as we sing, for some reason they kind of just rise, and then we take a deep breath in, and then it resets, and then it like rises up again, and then you take a deep breath and it resets. It's probably like a whole conglomeration of, I guess, just nerves, and then also kind of just, I think, as well as just you being in the song and just wanting to, I guess, be a part of it. It could also be with that, whatever it is. I was noticing a little bit of that. And again, I'm just being incredibly nitpicky because of how wonderful that performance was. But I think that just being able to relax this area might give you a little bit more freedom and free you up a little bit vocally. You were very free, and your voice has a wonderful spin to it that it has naturally. It's a really, really nice sound, and it doesn't feel like it's being stopped at all. But I just think even as a performer, just getting out of the habit of being really, really tense up here and then loosening up, also just because um if let's say you go on and now you're Jenna in the National Tour of Waitress, and you're singing all the time, it for doing like a performance here once, it might be really good, but like every single time, you probably want to stay as relaxed as possible on stage when you have to do it for so long. I mean, I don't really know, I'm just speaking from what I feel like it might be, but that's really the only thing that I was able to really kind of nitpick at, was a little bit of that, and that can just be fixed with even if you just keep your hands here to remind yourself, or even just walk around, make sure you're loose while you're singing, that everything's not tensioning up as you sing, and then breathing and resetting. But it sounded really wonderful. You have such a natural sound that comes out so naturally, and I love how I don't feel like, even for the big parts of this song, you felt like you had to push, as I like to say, or as my choir teacher at Ithaca College likes to say, never louder than beautiful. And I felt like you did that. You were like able to cling on to this pride and this story, and not let yourself get totally carried away, which is in this song too, because you never really fully get there until kind of the end. You kind of almost get there, and then you back away and you look at more pictures, and then you almost kind of get there, and then you back away and you look at more pictures. But I felt like you did just a really good job with this. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Wow. Oh my gosh. That was beautiful. I'm getting emotional over here. That was stunning. I talk a lot about in my coachings. I tell like all of my students to watch Hamilton if they haven't already, because it's such a masterclass in like simplicity. And sometimes as actors, we feel like, especially with like a Zoom setting or on social media, everything that's up close, like sometimes we feel like it has to be so animated or we're like not doing enough. But this was such a beautiful example of like, you obviously had done all the work processing this story, the character, the environment, all of that was happening inside of you. You didn't have to do too much to show that to us, but we like, I felt pulled in, like drawn into you, you know, because I could see you going through all of that. So that was just beautifully done. Tagging on to the shoulder things, I didn't actually like. Again, I was gonna say like eyes up again, same note as I gave before. I think this is another moment where we're feeling a lot, and it's totally good to like you're processing and you're talking about this album. So like yeah, maybe some of that is living down here, but just make sure you're finding moments to give us your eyes again, so we're connecting with you. And with the shoulder tension, I think it's amazing how our bodies work. Like the emotional life is so connected to physical life. And sometimes I think when we have tension spots like that, it's actually just misplaced energy. And I think with a song that's this emotional, and you've obviously done a lot of personal work connecting to it and relating to it, maybe that's just some misplaced energy. And I think just again, as you try and soften and open this up, put that energy into what you're saying, into the text, into that connection with Abuela. Because I think that's maybe like what's going on there. And I think again, it's a little thing, but I think it just will open you up and allow you to just like connect to that text a little bit more. Because sometimes with things that are painful, it's hard to maybe say these words sometimes, and we have to just let ourselves like work through that while we sing, you know. And if we cry, we cry. If we laugh, whatever. But it's just this opening this up will free all of that up. And then what else did I have? Uh, the section like at the very end when you're saying we go on or grow. What's that
Uh,
section?
we go on. I think. Wait. We go on. We grow.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
hold tight.
yeah. I think
Abuela, if you're out there. Yeah.
yeah, I think in that moment, and I love that you were kind of taking it up and talking to her. And I think um, hold on to the power of that. Like, don't sink into the loss. You let us in on the loss side, and now it's like, but we go on, right? Like, you want to make her proud, and I think play into the power of that and the I don't know. I think it can just be a little bit more like, okay, like I'm gonna make you proud. You know, we're gonna go on, we grow, and you say thank you. I think just all of that can be, again, sort of playing the positive of like, wow, look what you've done, look what you've given me. You've totally shaped me, and now, even though you're not here, I'm gonna go on and make you proud. Does that kind
Yeah.
of make sense?
Yeah. Totally.
But
Oh,
beautiful work. Again, totally nitpicky, beautiful work.
oh, thank you.
Do you have any questions for either Bailey or I? Even if it
Well,
has nothing to do with this?
first of all, thank you so much, Alexa, for the opportunity and for both of your feedback. I'm totally new to this. I like love everything that I'm learning now in this process of getting into musical theater. I hope someday I can get to the US and like start a career in this, because since I'm in a really small town here in South America, I like don't have many opportunities. So I really hope that I can get to like maybe Bailey's level or even your level, Alexa, like to like pursue this dream that I have, and you like put a little seed of hope in my heart, maybe that I can get there. I will take all your feedback into my life, and yeah, thank you so much.
Of course. So do you have any accounts you'd like to shout out? Any upcoming projects? Where can we hear your beautiful voice again?
Well, you all, mainly all my musical theater singing stuff is on my TikTok at Imagine Allan with 2 L's. I do a lot of ranting. I do a lot of singing there. I'm trying to put a lot of content now in quarantine because I have nothing else to do. And yeah, you can find me there. I just started, but I'm really passionate about it. Thank you.
I was gonna say too, like, even if you know you say you want to come to America and pursue this, and like I'm just cheering you on and like believing that in that dream for you. But also keep doing this work. Like put it on TikTok, put it on Instagram, do these Zoom classes. You have such a gift, and like obviously this is like you just have a heart for this, and just keep doing that like process work, and the product will come eventually. But just keep doing that and keep sharing your gifts.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're so very welcome. Thank you for being here with us today and sharing that with all of us. Okay, so last but certainly not least, we have Madeline. So if you could just give me a wave. I think I lost where you are on the screen. Oh, here we go. You're right next to me. Hello. Hi.
Hey, hi.
How are you?
I'm very nervous but excited.
You're gonna be fine. Trust me. We're all very, very excited to hear what you're going to do. So please feel free to tell us a little bit about yourself, and then a little bit about the piece that you will be performing, and then whenever you're ready, take a deep breath in, and you're all good to go.
All right, I gotta remember to breathe. Okay, so hi, my name is Maddy, and I actually wrote this next piece that I was doing. It's a monologue, and the reason I wrote this was because I was entering a monologue competition at school because I love theater and I love doing like stuff in school, and I thought that I should have like a original monologue to write. This was originally going to be part of a sketch comedy show that I was writing as part of my Quest senior project. It was a senior project for high school. I was going to write this sketch show under the mentorship of the amazing Mindy Sterling, and I was going to perform this, but then coronavirus happened and I'm sad, so I'm happy I can do it today. It is called Monologue the Monologue, and I hope it goes well. Okay, stand up, see, am I in frame? It's good? Okay, I'll start. I'm starting out intense. This shows that I have the emotional maturity to play a dramatic character. I will emphasize the intensity of this scene by slowing down this part. Then I'm gonna get really soft, and then I'm gonna get really loud to show that I have a crescendo of emotions. Here's the part where my voice gets really soft, but it stays intense. This part shows that my character has range and a backstory, a really sympathetic backstory that came from a time before you. Now I will yell again, yet again showcasing my emotional variety, and I will add some pointing to emphasize the points that my character is making. Now it's the emotional high point of the scene, so I must throw something. Metaphor for breaking point! Now I have the emotional catharsis. Now I stare at the audience and repeat the central theme of my monologue. Thank you. That was it.
Oh my gosh, wonderful job. And you wrote that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I love it. I love it. Oh wait, am I glitching a little? No, okay, I'm fine. Okay. I really don't have too many notes. I'll probably let Bailey take it away as far as acting and even just audition material in general. The one thing that I did have to comment on was just the hair, because I know in a lot of theater experience that I've been a part of, they're very, very picky about hair and will get very mad when it's covering any part of your face. So I loved the throwing the chair, but then there was a pretty good amount of time when your hair was kind of covering you. So we didn't necessarily see it until you came back, and we kind of had like a very small window to see everything. So if you were going to perform this, I would recommend either maybe like half up, half down, or just like pinning the whole thing back. Again, Bailey can probably talk a bit more about that. That's really the only thing that I had to say. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was funny.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. You know, we always want to be, it's similar to the eyes up or the shoulders down, all of these things. We just want to be as open as possible, right? So we're like a vessel for the stories that we're telling, for the text, for the material, for the character. And sometimes we want to hide behind these things, right? Like I used to have long hair down here, and I had a teacher who was like, you need to cut that because you're hiding behind it. So if you just want to pull it back or whatever it is, I think that's a great idea. Or if it's half up, half down, yeah, just let us see your face and all of the amazing choices that you're making. First of all, incredible job writing this. I think it's such a fun piece and there's so much to play with. I think it's such a like cool idea. I love this kind of comedy and you kind of like, you know, parodying your own job and what you're doing, telling this monologue. I think it's great. So I think with something like this and with this type of comedy style, you can play with the extremes a little bit more. So I would love to see you just kind of like blow the lid off of this puppy and like let it rip. You know, if you're going to throw the chair, throw the chair. And like if your hair goes in your face, whip it back around or whatever it is. Like let us see that, right? Because you're talking about like you want to be so intense. And I think you really got to just let yourself go there. I was imagining an Anchorman, Will Ferrell, and like the glass case of emotion. Like it's so like dramatic, and I think just play with all of the like juicy fun of that because it's so much fun to play that, and I think you can just turn it up, like turn everything up that you're doing. At the beginning, you're saying you're starting intense, like really let us have it, you know, like really hit us with it at the beginning, and a technical thing, like you took your moment, you know, to like take your breath, and that's great. Maybe have a moment with eyes open and like let us in or take a breath before you go right into it, because it was like eyes closed, taking a breath, and then immediately starting. I think just give us a second of like breath before you begin, because our breath is our fuel and our power, right? So great job centering yourself. Just give us that like breath right before you go into it. And then I think that'll give you a little bit more power and vocal energy going into, I'm starting out really intense, or, you know, whatever the line is. And then just play with the extremes. Like you said, I'm going to slow this down, or I don't remember the lines, but like, I'm going to slow this down. Like really, I think do all of the things that you're saying, you know, and if you're saying, I'm going to be really, really soft, and like talk really, really soft and make us lean into you, and then you're going to be really loud. So I think just you've laid it out really well. So just do all of the things that you're saying to the like most extreme. And I think the comedy is going to play just a little bit better.
And we have time, Bailey, if you want to actually go back and workshop any specific things in that, we have time.
Ooh, do you feel down to do that? Like just play around a little bit?
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
And all of this is like exploration and rehearsal, right? Even when we're performing, it's all rehearsal. So it's just, we're always learning, we're always exploring, and just like finding things that work or don't work. So I would love to see you, let's just start it out again from the beginning. Maybe take your breath, and then if you are going to close your eyes and have that moment, just let us see you before you jump in. Oh, great. Hair back. Love that.
Just going to go grab a hair tie. This will take a second.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay. All right.
Bailey, do you have any funny waitress stories?
Oh my gosh. I told a story earlier of me thinking that my nose was broken during in the Dark Chocolate Pie. David, who plays Dr. Palmer, one time was fixing something on the exam table and came over a little bit late and missed his mark and kneed me in the nose. I think he's watching this right now and he's heard me tell this story like 10 million times, but the whole fact I like thought that my nose was broken. I was bleeding. It was on his shirt. Gabby was like drying my nose with the rags that we clean the tables with. So theater is dangerous, people. Theater is dangerous. My nose wasn't broken, by the way. It was all good.
If he is here, if you ever want to be on a Sing for Alexa Saturday, just let me know. Okay, back to monologue.
Okay, let's do let's just start it. And actually, can we just try like not even taking that moment before? Like you're here. Let's just start from wherever you are right now in this moment. That's totally great. And just dive in and really just play those extremes. So if you're gonna slow down, really slow down. If you're soft, be soft.
Okay, let's see. Okay. I'm starting off dramatic. It shows that I have the emotional maturity to play a dramatic character. I will emphasize the intensity of this scene by slowing down this part. And I'm gonna get really quiet, and then I'm gonna get really loud. So that I have crescendo. A crescendo of emotions. I get really quiet. My voice stays intense. This part shows that my character has range and a backstory, a really, really good, sympathetic backstory that comes from a time before you. Now I will yell again, yet again, showcasing my emotional variety, and I will add some pointing to emphasize the points that my character is making. Now it's the emotional high point of the scene, so I must throw something metaphor for breaking point. I have the emotional catharsis. Now I stare at the audience and repeat the central theme of my monologue. Okay, that's it.
Nice. Already great adjustments. I hope you can feel that. I hope everyone can see it. I think you can continue to go further with all of that. But comedy like lives in the extremes. So playing the juxtaposition of those things, like being really, really loud or really, really soft, or the dramatic moment and then the catharsis and you're crying is hilarious. Like just all of those moments came alive a little bit more and it was all more clear for us watching. So that was great. Just keep going in that direction. And similar to, I actually like that better. I don't know how you felt starting out, but sometimes we feel like we need this like moment, and a lot of times it's okay to just like start where you're at. And really, you know, we want to be as grounded and as raw and as truthful as possible, and sometimes it's okay to just start where you are and go into it, you know, like you've done all that work, so it's going to be there. And then just give us a nice closing breath after, before, but give us time to like digest it before you're like, okay, I'm done. Super cute what you're doing, but just give us like, you know, whatever the last thing is, just give us a moment to like you step out of that and then back into Maddy, and then I think we'll be able to process that just a little bit better. But great adjustments.
So, Maddy, do you have any questions for Bailey or I?
No, but just thank you so much. This is very helpful because I never got to perform this. So I'm like really happy that I get the opportunity to do this. So thank you so much. And like your feedback was really amazing, and it's just, and thank you so much.
Of course. Well, please let us know any projects, anything. Where can we, I guess, see your wonderful material again?
I don't know. Follow my TikTok at MadHat. I only have 90 something followers, so you know, help boost that algorithm, I guess. And I don't know how I'll be performing this show in the future, but I don't know. I'm just kind of seeing where things go right now.
Oh, well, we wish you all of the best, and thank you so much for being here and taking the time to perform for us.
Thank you.
Okay. Now, huge silent round of applause for all of our amazing performers today. You guys were so amazing, and you really gave us so much to work with, and I hope that you take and run with all that feedback. And now, a huge silent round of applause for Bailey, our guest star for today. Really, thank you so much. Oh yeah, I'm being told, don't forget the pictures, don't forget the pictures. Thank you so much for being here. I really can't even communicate how much it means to everyone to have you here. It really means the world for you to take the time to kind of help all of us try to keep teaching moving forward during quarantine, and also for you know, people who maybe necessarily can't really afford it otherwise. So just helping to keep the arts alive and well. So now, Bailey, please let us know for anyone who maybe wants to study one-on-one with you, or any upcoming projects, anything, everything, if you would like to shout out.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, first of all, thank you guys so much for being here. You're so inspiring. This is encouraging for me. I know we're all missing the arts right now, and like just to get in a room, even if it's a Zoom room, like for an hour and create something and talk about our craft is so exciting and so inspiring. So thank you, thank you, thank you, and thank you for being brave enough to share your gifts and to keep working on it, even though the world is like not what we know it right now, but we have the important job of like being brave enough to keep working and to be ready when theater's back. So anyways, I would love to do coachings with any of you. If you're interested, you can reach out to me. Probably best just to reach out on Instagram, and then we can go from there. Also, just follow along if you want. I'm in the middle of kind of a weird transition. I have a style account and a like professional account, and I'm kind of merging over to my style account. So my Instagram handle is Bailey McCall Style. That will be changing eventually, but go follow me there. It's going to become just I'm Bailey McCall, but for now I'm just trying to get all of my followers in one place. So Bailey McCall Style is where you can find me, and I'm on TikTok. I think I'm Bailey McCall is my TikTok. So I don't do a ton on there, but every once in a while I'll pop on there and, you know, sing some things. So, which is how I met the amazing Alexa. So yeah, follow, say hey. I'm always happy to be a resource. Just reach out anytime.
Yeah, you guys think Bailey's amazing on stage. She's also a fashion icon, which I didn't even know, so you're definitely going to want to go and follow that account too. Bailey, thank you so much. I was actually scrolling through like all the squares, and David is in fact on here, so I'm deceased. I don't know if David can even hear me right now, but I would totally unmute you if you wanted to say hi. I just see his screenshot and like, or his headshot in like a little box. Okay, no.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, it's fine. It's fine. But if you are watching, if you ever want to be on Sing for Alexa-Chalnick, that's totally cool too. Okay, so we are officially done with the masterclass portion of this Zoom. Very, very exciting. Thank you all for being here. And now we're going to move on to the musical theater Kahoot, which is very fun. If you guys don't know, oh my gosh, pictures. You're right, pictures. Thank you. I need you guys. I don't know what I would do without you constantly reminding me about these things. Okay, so we're going to take a couple pictures right now. Okay, first I'm just going to really quickly take one with Bailey so I can fangirl here. Okay, here we go. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and now's the time to fix your hair, fix your clothing. I will be posting these pictures on my Instagram story, and if you want one of them and you don't just want to screenshot it, I'd be more than happy to send it to anyone if you just DM me. Alrighty, like 5 more seconds, get all nice and ready, put on your video if it's not already on and you would like to be a part of the picture. Make sure that you turn on your video. Okay. And I just had like my email pop up on my screen. Okay, here we go. Wonderful. Ready? And 1, 2, 3. Okay, and now we're going to the second screen. 1, 2, 3. Yay! And then there's okay, we have a couple people on the third screen. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Yay! Okay, we got the pictures. So now moving on, these Zoom masterclasses are actually not free, or they are free for you guys, but like they're like to use the Zoom platform. It does cost a bit of money. It's $15 a month just so that I could do Zooms that are longer than 40 minutes, and then an extra $60 so that more than 100 people can be on the Zoom if that many people join. So we've been able to keep them going this long by viewers helping to donate. If you are able to, that's amazing. If not, this isn't to make you feel bad or anything. It's just an announcement so that we can keep these happening more. Anything that you would like to donate, $1, $2, just to help keep these things running, because I am a poor college student. So, you know, I love doing these, and I love how many people we get on here. So if you would like for these to continue to keep going, then if you go to my link tree, either in my TikTok, my Instagram, there are buttons there. It says like Alexa's Venmo if you'd like to contribute to Sing for Alexa Saturday, or Alexa's PayPal if you'd like to contribute. So anything you do contribute is very much appreciated. If you donate over $20, then I do a video chat with you just to personally thank you and so that I could meet you face to face and say how grateful I am and how much we all really appreciate it. But certain individuals have donated $20 and just said to pass the video chat along to someone who maybe couldn't necessarily afford it. So Emma usually joins these if she wants to give a little wave. Emma's one of the people who donated. Miranda, Brandon, Burgett is someone who donated. Mike, if any of these people are here, they could give a little wave. They help donate. So basically, we do these cahoots because this is how we find out who wins the free video chat. So it's very exciting. It's all musical theater questions. So I think that, I don't know if you have to download the app or you just go online, you go onto the website. I am really quickly going to pull up the Kahoot. Okay. Okay, so school is starting for me next week, so I'm actually reusing a Kahoot. So if some of the questions sound a little bit familiar, that's how. But also know that if you've already won a Kahoot, it just goes, you don't get another, like if you've already won one of them, then it just goes on to the second place winner. So, okay, here we go. We're going to play the Kahoot. I'm going to host the Kahoot. Please make your username your TikTok username. Screen. Okay, and we're back. Oh wow, a lot of people wrote in the Zoom, the chat. Okay. Bro, why you change everything? I know. Okay. I love James Corden. Me too. Question. Alexa, you better not get it wrong. Okay. Cool. Okay. Just catching up. Hey, I've won before, but I go on lives a lot. It's easier to DM me on Instagram. Oh, I haven't won before. Okay. Easier to DM you on Instagram. Okay. Ella, if you could just write in the chat if your Instagram is it just your name or if it's anything else other than your name? Awesome! Okay, well, Ella, I look forward to meeting you. Thank you so much to everyone else who came on this live and had fun with us. Okay, it's the same thing. Cool. And really enjoyed. You guys are the reason that we've been able to keep this whole thing going, so it really, truly means the absolute world. I'm going to stay on here until 3:30 and answer any questions and just talk with you guys and chill and hang out. So yeah, congratulations to all the singers and everything. You guys are amazing. I feel like the Kahoots are actually like a ridiculous amount of work. And so when I start school, like I'm already having to like, I don't know. Do you guys think it would still be equally as fun if what I did instead was like I had the chat pulled up and set to everyone, or no? Well, actually, I don't know. Like if I did something where I had the chat pulled up and I like played a random musical theater song and the first person to like type the name of the song and the show that it's from, and then like I'll just like keep a tally. Do you think that would be cool too? Because I'm trying to think about like, because starting school, I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to continue these Kahoots, but I want to keep doing like the video chats, obviously because people who gave money like for other people to have free video chats, so I want to keep doing that. That sounds cool. Yes. Okay, cool. We did that on a live and I nailed it, so yes. Okay, wonderful. You know what we're going to do? We're going to do like a practice round to see how it'll go. No one in this practice round will win a free video chat, unfortunately, but I'll shout out everyone. Okay, here we go. Let me just look up musical theater. I don't know. Okay, here we go. Ready? Okay. So the first person to write not only the show, but the name of the song. So the name of the song as well as the show. We have Row. So cool. So then I guess I would just like write down Row. Okay, so Row won the first round, I guess. Okay, ready? Here we go. This is actually from the movie. Oh shoot, I'm so dumb. Why did I pick this song? Where the name of the song is it's the first lyric. The song is Last Midnight Into the Woods. Ro got it again. Dang, Ro. Wow. Okay, ready? Next one. Let's see. Times have changed, and we've often rewound the clock. Oh, Madeline Jones got it. Anything goes. Anything goes from anything goes. Okay, so then Ro would have like 2. And then maybe I'll just do like 20 rounds of this. Because this is fun. I feel like this is fun. And you can like type it out. Yeah, I think that this would work good. This might work good until like, hopefully we'll be able to do these master classes even into like next summer. And then maybe we'll go back to Cahoots. Or maybe like for like big guests, if I want to like make it all fancy, I'll do the Cahoots. There's just a lot of work. And I don't want to put something, you know, out there that's not like up to Alexa standard, like how today's was a little bit weird. Not my fault though. I don't know why I didn't save it. Anyway, okay. I'm going to stop talking. What questions can I answer? If you guys have any questions, just feel free to give me a little wave. Alrighty. Emily, your TikTok name is Em, and then it kind of gets cut off a little bit. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing pretty okay. I gotta get more water, really.
What made you go into theatre?
Oh gosh. So my family is very musical, but not so much like theater. It wasn't until my mom actually got cast as Nancy in a community theater production, and so I auditioned for it as well. And I got cast as a Fagin boy, and my 2 younger brothers got cast as little workhouse boys. So it was so fun. It was like a family thing, and we got to like learn these cool dances, and it was so fun to be able to perform. And my mom also was just slaying the game, and she's like my inspiration ever. So watching her just kill it on stage, I was like, I want to be just like her. I want to do that. And yeah, so that was like the first show that I was ever in. And then in middle school, I really got to just be in a show all by myself and like do like a big girl audition, and it was all crazy. So that would probably have to be my answer.
I've been in Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat twice.
Wow.
Rita, and I've been in what else have I been in? And I've been to the Royal Albert Hall in London with my school for a choir.
That's amazing. Wow, good for you. Wow. Well, I hope that you still continue and go on to do even more amazing things.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Alrighty, is there anyone else? If you just want to give a wave. Oh, my dog and brother are now in here, yes? Do you need? Is it almost 4? Oh, okay. What if we left right at 3:30? You said work starts at 4.
Yeah, but I just want to give you some heads up. Right?
Oh, okay. Okay, I saw Mabel waving a lot, so okay, we're gonna unmute Mabel. Okay. Hi.
Which musical have you seen like the most? Like, have you been to see one multiple times?
Oh boy. That's a good question. I saw Cinderella twice on Broadway because I saw it once as a part of like my mom's like birthday. I don't know, my aunt like pitched in for everyone to go see Cinderella, and then also my Girl Scout troop ended up like raising money to see a show and everyone voted on Cinderella, so I saw that twice. I also saw Something Rotten twice when it was on Broadway because I won the lottery for that twice, which is insane because I'm usually not very lucky when it comes to those kind of things. Yeah, so I guess that would have to be my answer. I don't really see too many. It's weird because a lot of the theater friends that I have that I would like go and support in shows, they're all the ones that are in the shows with me. So I'm not really going to like, you know, I don't know. Oh, well, my mom was in Mamma Mia, so I went and I saw her. Actually, I think I only even saw that one twice. Yeah. So Mamma Mia, Something Rotten, and Cinderella. Yeah, great question. Okay, let's do Foodmalia. Hi.
Hi, my question is, will there be like anyone from like more musicals that people saw, like more people know of?
Like for as in guests? Like guests
Like
for
big
this?
ones. Yeah, for this.
Yeah. I mean, next week we're having Shanice Williams, who was Dorothy in The Wiz when they recorded it live, which is insane. So get ready for that. If you don't know who Shanice Williams is, go and look her up. She is absolutely fantastic. We also have, I don't know if you guys have seen High School Musical, the musical, the series, but we were able to get the person who plays Big Red is now following me on TikTok and was like, hey, like, sure, I'd be on Sig for Alexa Saturday. So that's pretty cool. So I guess those are two big ones. Yeah. Do you have any other, I guess, yeah, that's the answer to the question, I guess. Cool. Alrighty. Is there anyone else? Let's see. Okay. Violet. Hi. Oh no, are you able to find the unmute button?
Oh,
There you go.
sorry. If you can't see the audition for Sing for Alexa Saturday, is there another way that we could like show it to you, like from besides TikTok?
Yeah. So you can email me a submission. You can post, or you can send it to me on Instagram. The only thing with Instagram and my email is that it can tend to get a little bit lost. I've been having like an insane amount of DMs, so I try to get to as many as I can, but I do have like a lot of other things that I have going on, so I don't really look at my DMs too much. But yeah, maybe like if you wanted to email me it, actually, I would even say email over DM because I may not get to it. Yeah. Awesome. Great question. Okay. What time is it? Like one more question I could do. Okay. Actually, I'm only looking on the first page. Let's go to the second page. Sunny, hi.
Hi. Do you have any like advice for like people who are just trying to audition for like I can't talk. Like a main role in like a school like musical?
Oh gosh. Not sure. I guess just know that because the biggest thing, like I always thought, like you have to be like the best. Like they're gonna give it to the best person, so I have to be the best, and I have to basically like beat out all of these other people. But it wasn't until I actually started like studying directing too, when I really realized that the director is not looking for the best person. The director already has some sort of idea in their mind about what they want this character to be, and all that they're looking for is who can be that vision. Yeah, basically just that. Who can like best fit that vision in their head. So like blah blah blah. You can have like 5 people audition for one character and they're all super amazing. One has a bit of a quirky spin on it. One is very emotionally attached and like intense. The other is a little bit goofy. The other has just this amazing like energy and sparkle. All of them are amazing. All of them absolutely killed it. But that particular director said, you know what? I think I want to go with the goofy person. And it's not that that goofy person was any better than anyone else, you know? So I just think instead of going in there with the mindset of like pressure, I need to be the best, I need to be, just go in there saying, you know what, I'm going to, instead of try to like fit myself into whatever mold I think that they want and try to like be the best, I'm just going to be myself and be original and hope that whatever I bring to the table is what they already have in their mind for the character going on. So, and I think once you like take that pressure off of yourself, it becomes a much more like positive experience, and you're able to like actually genuinely be happy and like spark up conversations with other people going for the same role, because it's not a competition. It's literally just you're all putting yourselves out there, you're all unique, and you all have something different to bring to the table, and it's just whatever the director wants for the role to be, and that's just it. That's what it is. So that would have to be my 2 cents on that. I hope that helps.
Thank you, it did.
Yeah, of course. Alrighty, I really wish that I could stay on here and unmute every single one of you guys, but thank you so much, Lucy, Mabel, Ella, Violet, Charlie, Nadia, Piper, Gabrielle, AJ Morris, Michaela, Maria, Ella, Sunny, Caitlin, Parizad, I really hope I said that right. Someone who doesn't have the name on, Addison, Freya, Emily, Liv Kerner, Food Malia, Mariah, Sienna, Gilson, who did I get yet? Nadia, Fire, Kay, Charlie, Caitlin, Ro, Jordan, I think, yeah, Mariah, Freya, Malia, Ella. Yes. Okay. Wonderful. Thank you all so much for joining. Yeah, next week we're gonna have Shanice on, so that's gonna be insane. So definitely make sure to get in your videos. If not through Instagram, do it, or if not through TikTok, do it through email. Is a lot better than my DMs. I'll be posting the pictures. I gotta go drive my brother to work, but I love you all so much. Like really, really seriously so much. And yeah, with school starting up, everything's a little bit weird, but I hope to be able to continue to like do content, if not even, you know, just doing these Zooms, because I'll do just spontaneous Zooms sometimes. But I really do appreciate all of you. If you want merch, if you want to look at my YouTube videos, if you want a cameo, where you want me to write you a song, literally anything. Oh, thank you. Good luck with school. Thank you. Anything, you could find everything and more on the link tree in my TikTok and Instagram bio. Go follow me on Instagram if you haven't already. I'm trying so hard. I really want to start posting more on Instagram. Hopefully everything with correct spelling, because that's like my biggest thing. Every Instagram post has like some sort of spelling error, which is why I do music and not English. Anyway, so yeah. What happens with the Sing for Alexa Saturday video when school starts? Like these, I just want to keep them going for as long as I can keep getting guests. As long as we can get guests, I will keep doing them. I'll even keep doing them if there is no guest. I'll ask my mom to be our guest, you know, whatever it is. Very exciting. Mama-Chalnick, right? So yeah, exciting stuff. Drink water. Yes, everyone please drink water. I'm guilty of that too. I need to go drink some water. And just please take care of yourself, even if that means not talking to everyone today and just putting on some movies and just like taking a mental health day, whatever it means to you. Yeah, and just take care of yourself. I love Mama-Chalnick. Yes, Mama-Chalnick. Even my grandparents have been like, oh, I'd love to be a guest on your Sing for Alexa Saturday. Yeah. Oh, I love you guys so much. Alrighty, I gotta go. But I think we need your cousin Matt as guest. Oh my god. Okay, everyone, this doesn't leave this Zoom. I love my cousin Matt so much. And I've been in Atlantic City when he does his stand-up, but it's all like very like dirty. So I was a bit hesitant to have him on the live. And let's just say I'm never gonna have him on the live again. The amount of like nervous energy in that live was such a mood. Me being like, okay, we're gonna end it now. And him being like, what do you mean? Let me like show you more of my body parts. I'm like, please don't. Anyway, so that was an experience. Immaculate energy. Mwah, just the flavor. Exactly. So that was a mood. That was an amazing live. Yeah, so funny or not, he still owns the Atlantic City Comedy Club, so you know, we're just gonna take our opportunities where we can get them. Guys, look at how handsome Jonah looks. Okay, well, you can't really see him, but he does. Aww. Okay, I gotta go driving to work now. I'm sorry to let you know, I really have got to go. Drink water so you're not sick. I love you. Love Alexa-Chalnick. I love you guys so much. Yeah, and I will see you all soon. Bye, guys. Bye.